Hey guys, Chris here from Carolot Farm. Today I want to share with you our combined February and March updates. It's beautiful, it's sunny, things are turning green, and so much has happened in the last, I'm going to say 4 to 6 weeks. I have a lot to share. In some ways, it feels like February was so long ago, a whole different world. You know, it was snowy, it was icy, we still had tons of sleet from Winter Storm Fern on the ground, and we didn't start to really see the ground beneath until the very end of February. So I ended up not giving an update then just because it had been so icy and much of the same for many, many weeks. But once all of that sleet started to melt, we then had our grass that was beginning to pop, and now just a few weeks later, everything is looking so green. I can't wait to show you around. Because the grass is turning green, it's been a really wonderful thing because it means we're feeding less hay. I can't wait to tell you about that as well. But right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my gate here and allow Sweetheart and Rocky to graze in our backfield, which is not covered by ice anymore, and it's turning green as well. So it's just such a beautiful time here on the farm. These two little guys get to come out here and graze for a few hours each day. They really enjoy it. Right now, Sweetheart and Rocky are the only two here by the brown barn, and Lady, along with Shenanigans, are up in the winter turnout. I will need to show you a before and after picture, but my ring, which I use as a turnout paddock, is so much more green this time this year than it was last year, so that's exciting. This time last year, we did have 5 minis, and they were all turned out together. So you can see they grazed the grass very, very short. But another thing that has been done differently is we were spreading our manure here, and over time, the grass has really started to take off. As I was telling you, now that the grass is turning green, the horses are grazing once again, which is so wonderful after the winter we had. I'm feeding a lot less hay. So in the month of February, I just checked, I fed a total of 15 bales of hay. Now at the time we had 5 horses here on the farm, 5 minis. In the month of March, however, we only have 4 minis because one of our friends did go home, but I have only fed 9 bales of hay. So that is a tremendous difference. And I'm just really happy to say that we are finally slowing down the amount of hay we're feeding. And I'm just so happy because grazing is always best. If your horse is able to handle the grass and you have it, that is always first and foremost. So wonderful thing there. They're only getting 1 flake of hay in the morning to share and 1 flake at night. Now that's 1 flake for the horses in the front and 1 flake for the horses in the back. But Shenanigans and Lady, as of late, have been eating very little hay, and there are some days that I don't even give them a second flake because they haven't finished their first flake. So I'll show you their paddock here in a minute. It's even more green than back here by the brown barn, but I can just say for sure everyone is super, super happy these days. I'm not sure if you saw the video or not, but our friend Snuggles went back home around, I think it was March 2nd. So she has been gone for the last couple of weeks. And ever since then, Rocky and Sweetheart have been residing together here in the back of the farm by the brown barn. Where's Rocky? There he is. And my other two, Lady and Shenanigans, are still up in the front turnout. So let's go check on them because they're doing well, just like these guys. And I've got a few more updates I want to share there. I do want to take a moment though and attach a few pictures and maybe even a little video of Snuggles. She's doing really well back home with her good friend Kevin. He's also a mini. And I'm just really glad that she was able to settle back in there. She's a great companion. She was here with us for almost a year. And she was Sweetheart's sole companion for like the last 6 months. So that transition was hard when she left, but everyone's settled and they're doing really well in their new pairs. You can see Lady and Shenanigans now. So let's go check on them after I show you a few more pictures. No sooner than Snuggles arrived home, she was quick to once again make friends and reconnect with all of her buddies, both big and small. She's currently turned out with her good friend Kevin, who is also a mini, and the two of them are doing really, really well. Now the flies are something that we have in March that we did not have in February. I have recently purchased fly masks for all of my minis, and I need to actually put them on because this morning when I fed breakfast it was still cool and the flies were not out. But little Shenanigans is showing me that those flies are out and about. I should also mention my electric fence is not yet electrified. We bought a charger last weekend. My husband drove the grounding rod in, which was more than a notion. So in the next day or so, we will electrify this hot wire and we will not have any more grazing through the fence boards. They're going to be sad because the grass is always greener on the other side. Now that it's March, it's shedding season. Everyone is beginning to shed their winter coats, which will take many weeks, but lots and lots of shedding is happening here on the farm. Another update on the farm. I am in the process of spreading our winter manure piles on our giant trench where we buried our water and our electric heading out here to the winter turnout barn. So that's been an undertaking. I still have a lot to do. We've not yet hooked up the water, but everything is laid, it's in place, and it's poised and ready to be hooked up shortly. And although we've not made any more progress on our barn here, I have another building that's underway that I do want to show you now. Ta-da! This is going to be the oversized run-in with a tack room attached for my niece and her horse Timber. Hopefully they'll be coming to join us here in the next couple of weeks. And this building is coming along nicely. My brother's been helping my husband. They've got a lot of work finished already. It's gonna have a shed roof with a little teeny overhang in the front, which they'll add later. But it's really coming along, which is super exciting. Back in the winter, when we had all of that snow and ice on the ground, I was looking for ways to entertain my horses. And so I started hanging stall toys, and I want to give you an update on what they thought. We tried 2 different varieties. We tried a granola licket, and then we tried a peppermint licket. And this seems like the perfect opportunity to share with you our experience and what the horses thought. My horses really enjoyed the peppermint licket. It is completely gone. All that I found were these little teeny morsels that had fallen to the ground. And with the granola one, for some reason, they ate on it and then they just kind of stopped. And that's when I removed it and found that center. So, you know, they did enjoy both of them, but I would say the peppermint one, the more traditional, was probably the bigger hit. Some things haven't changed. The horses still get turnout time in the big field, but it does have to be for a shorter time because we have more grass. Shenanigans was really good. He let me put his fly mask on him before he came out to graze. These little fly masks I found on Chick's Salary for like under $9. I've got them in 4 bright colors, orange, pink, teal, and purple, I think. And they're super soft. The horses are happy to wear them. And if they ever fall off in the field, which they haven't yet, they should be pretty easy to find given their colors. So I was really happy to find mini-sized fly masks that were pretty inexpensive. I don't know if my little boys have worn masks before. The first day or two, they weren't so sure, but they've been really good about putting them on as of late. My only real critique is that because the fabric is so soft and thin and flexible, the Velcro on the closure can snag the fabric, so be really mindful when you are handling it. I would like to give an update on Sweetheart and her allergies. She did really well throughout the winter. She hardly had any, upticks in her breathing issues. However, right around the 1st of March, I did start to hear her cough a little bit. There were a couple of days there where she was having these little coughing spells. I've seen a little bit of nasal discharge, a little goop around the eyes on occasion. It's not every day. And just in the last couple of days, she has been wheezing a little, and we've seen more labored breathing. So I do need to reach out to the vet and see if there's anything else they would recommend. I have given her a little medicine on occasion. So again, the spring is hard with everything that's blooming and budding. I do think that her allergies are definitely triggered by something that is environmental and seasonal. And so we'll see if we can't figure more out this year. The flies are out. You can see they're on my hat. But I'll keep you posted. Thank you so much for joining me today. I was so happy to share with you our February and March updates. The horses are all doing great. The farm is doing great. I hope you're doing great. And we're just all so happy that it's finally springtime. Check back soon. We'll have plenty of updates as we head throughout the spring and journey through the next year ahead. And we hope to see you in the future. Bye, guys.